What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio shouting. Stepping in the building, I got a true fighter off in this thing. Reza Islam, what's good with it, boss?
Brother, it's all love, my brother. It's all love.
Man, first of all, I got to say appreciate you for taking the time out to come through here and chop it up with me, man.
I'm honored by the invitation, brother. Shout out to my brother Maurice Duncan, of course. And
Mo, what up, though?
And it's all love, brother. You
Yes,
know, when
sir.
they said B-High, I'm like, nah, I can't be the B-High. I know that. I'm like, are they ready for this? All right, come on. You know?
I mean, Reza, talk to me, man, because we were just talking off camera that you looked up and found yourself on the White House watch list.
Yes, sir.
I mean, how does one find themselves on a White House watch list, man?
I don't think you can find yourself. That's really a declaration at that point. It's not something I expected. I'll say it that way. It's something that a lot of people talk about. They say, man, you know, the government own me and all that. And, you know, people want to have, some people want that badge.
Yeah.
But then others really get it.
Yeah.
And they see what it what it feels like.
Yeah.
So to be honest, really, I would say honestly, it's like the Super Bowl for revolutionaries. And I got 2 rings so far. I say it that way. So I take it as a badge of honor because I'm on the same list that the Honorable Minister Farrakhan is on. I'm on the same list as all the way down to Brother Marcus Garvey, Brother Malcolm X, Elijah Muhammad, Assata Shakur, you name it. So again, I'm just thankful for being known for doing good things and fighting on behalf of our people. That's what I'm thankful for. So, you know, it is what it is, brother, but the mission continues.
Talk to me about the fight, man. What has it been like, you know, standing up and, you know, speaking truth to power every 5 minutes? You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Shit.
Yeah, interesting, man. Interesting. You know, it's beneficial when it comes to your people because you're standing on principle. So when you really do it from the heart, really, this is what you do. And I've been doing this for roughly 21 years. Long before social media, I've been out here doing this work.
Yeah.
When it's really inside of you, then nothing will hurt you. You know, they can take down your platform a million times. They can call you this, call you conspiracy theories, they call you a hater, they call you whatever. But when you know what you're doing is right, then it doesn't matter what anyone says because the people can see God supports you. The leadership understands, the real leadership understands, you know. So I love it, brother, but nothing's going to stop us. This generation, as the Honorable Minister Farrakhan has said, is that generation that will answer the prayer of all of our ancestors. We are that one to end this wicked rule. Satan's world is over. So we have to make this happen, brother. We can't leave this fight to another damn generation. I will not have no child be born into this world coming from my seed that is going to take on this fight. I got to leave it to him. No. We're going to end it now. So, you know, I'm just thankful, brother. I'm thankful. I'm smiling because it's really funny to me.
Yeah.
You know, but it is real too. You know? So it's funny, it's cool, but at the same time, it is real. So we have to understand it.
At what point was it that you realized that you were going to be a revolutionary? What was that tipping point for you that just kind of made you say, you know what, it's time to start fighting?
I started working in the community around the age of 9.5, 10 years old. Working with specifically my brothers and sisters who are addicted to drugs. That's the main thing. That and illiteracy, because a lot of brothers and sisters, you know, can't read or write as well as they would like to. That's a major problem. I would say when it elevated just for me wanting to help my people at that level into there's a larger fight here where the system is making it to where we are in this position, making it to where we are illiterate, addicted to drugs. We don't have fathers in the homes. Our women are being sex trafficked. Our children are being organ trafficked. All this stuff, you name it. There is a system put in place to make sure that all of this is happening on a consistent systemic basis. Now, you know, I think it was around the age of 16 or 17 where I started to learn about higher levels of what's really going on. And I said, oh, so this is not just a local thing. This ain't just in Compton where I'm at. It's not just LA. It's not just across this country. It's across the planet. And we have to do more. That's when I said, okay, I think I understand what this is going to take. Yeah. So I have to do more. I have to reach out more. I have to get involved more with multiple areas. Not just me, but get as many of us involved as well. It was around the age of 16 or 17.
Growing up in Compton, man, what was that like coming up on the west side with that California love going on?
Yeah, man. It was just that California love, real talk. I was born in 1990. So, you know, gangster rap, I grew up on it. You know, the beats, they still get me. You know, the tracks are hypnotic, brother. They're hypnotizing. It's like the West Coast, ain't nothing like West Coast gangster rap. It's like, you know, but it really was, you know, I was born in the nation in Muhammad Mosque number 54. That's Compton Mosque.
Yeah.
But then, you know, my family, we were still in the world.
That's
so
right.
I got Bloods and Crips in the family. Some of my family was on drugs.
Yeah.
Some sold drugs. You know, so I was in the world as well, you know, kind of going through these experiences. So I'm experiencing my family getting put in the back of police cars, my older brother. I'm experiencing my uncle selling, you know, heroin. I'm experiencing, you know, my older father getting taken to jail, you know, over whatever charges they said it was. My older brother got murdered when I was young. You know, he his car, he just never pulled up one day, and they didn't tell me what happened. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell me what happened until years later, but I was always used to that happening. So it was, I would say, a bittersweet type deal because I was never under the understanding that we were poor to a degree. Food stamps was regular. That's when food stamps was on paper, looked like Chinese money.
Yeah.
If you remember back then, long before that Golden State Advantage car with the yellow on the back, it was paper money. You had a book with the orange and white, brown, and you know, like, okay, you know, the Chinese be like, oh yeah, you can get this. You know, you go to the liquor store. That's how I grew up on Chinese money food stamps. You know, so. But life was fun for me because my older siblings, I'm the youngest of 10 children. So I didn't know that we had any of that going on. They didn't put that type of mentality on me. They kept me away from the gangster life and all the drugs and all that as much as they could. You know, it was just, man, there's so much when I get into that type of conversation because it is real. Now you can try to get around it. You can try to act like it don't affect you. You can try to act like you don't see it. But I saw it all. I remember it in detail. I remember exactly situations that were happening. I remember it, bro. It helped to add to my character. That's why that drive you see is so deep because I'm in it with my people. I'm not just hearing about it and grew up in the suburbs. I grew up, bro, I grew up in what's called Richland Farms, Compton, California. You said you country, right? Okay, he said the country. That's where in every backyard you have horses. So I'm in Compton with horses. Make this clear. To this day, it's still horses in Compton, in Richland Farms, Compton, California. People was doing drive-bys on horses. All right, now look.
Oh my God.
Listen, let's see. Y'all think we playing. Those in Compton know. That's how I grew up. You know, so I look at it more in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? I know the negative, but I love my people, bro. Like it's a beautiful thing.
When it comes to things that are going on right now, when we talk about the job or the jab and things like that, man, what are your thoughts on that?
First of all, it's illegal. Number one. Number two, it's unscientific. Number three, it is immoral. Number four, it is evil, pure, wicked evil. They have no science to support what they're saying. They admitted that it doesn't prevent the spread of anything. They admitted that it doesn't prevent you from getting it yourself. They admitted that they cannot be sued if it harms and or kills you. Now, I don't know how it is in the South, but from my understanding, anywhere you go, if somebody say, hey, go ahead, take this, you know, but if you get harmed by it, it mess you up, you die, whatever, you can't sue us. That's not a good deal. Sorry, I don't know if you would take that. I'm not taking that. That's what you're telling me. Not only that, but you're making so much money from this. You're telling a person, for example, those who are RNs, those who are doctors, those who are teachers, etc., who have been working with the people over the last 2 years, roughly, they've been in contact with the people who have had the virus this whole time, which means scientifically they have built up what's called the antibodies, so their body has recognized the virus. Most of them have already gotten it. They've overcome it, which means their immune system is what's called now a full, robust immune system, to where they are the only ones physically qualified, not only educationally, but physiologically and on an immunal level qualified to deal with the people right now. So you're telling me the people who are qualified, the ones who you called heroes, the ones who were on top of everything, they were right there, they were the frontline workers, all this stuff. Now you're calling them some crazy anti-vax conspiracy theorists, Trump supporters, because they simply say, hey, I don't want to have to take this in order to keep my job. See, this is not American. You get what I'm saying? This is the freedom of religion is the first amendment, first part of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, the freedom of religion, speech, press, petition, assembly. Now, if you believe in God, America, then from my understanding, you should allow a person to use God as a justifiable excuse, the greatest justification, to not have to be given a concoction that is experimental, that I can't sue you for, that violates all 10 of the Nuremberg codes, that does not have any scientific basis whatsoever, has no long-term data nor information, so you can tell me exactly what's going to happen to me down the line 10 to 15 years from now because you don't know. You're telling me that I have to risk my life, potentially my child's education, my ability to travel, my ability to have access to freedoms and, you know, be around people in society. I have to be put in this type of situation where now I'm looking at either I take this or I can't pay my bills. I take this, I can't take care of my child. I take this, I got to move in with somebody. I take this. Brother, this ain't got nothing to do with health whatsoever. This has everything to do with control and ultimately depopulation. And that's the actual fact.
Talk about depopulation, and what are your thoughts on that as well, Reza? Because, I mean, that's been floating around. Some folks say it's rumor, some folks say it's fact.
Ooh, okay.
What's your argument on that?
Well, I'll say this. See, this is the beauty when we deal with actual facts. I'll go straight to the United States government policy. You have what's called the National Security Study Memorandum 200, also known as NSSM 200, which was authorized, written under Dr. Henry Kissinger, who was the 32nd Secretary of State under President Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford. Pardon me, documentation. Now, this is all we go straight to what the U.S. government has stated. He stated, quote, depopulation should be the highest priority of U.S. foreign policy towards the third world, end quote. They literally stated in this documentation that we need to get rid of 2 to 3 billion people on planet Earth. Outside of that, you have something called Global 2000, which was also authorized under Jimmy Carter, outlining how food can be used as a weapon. Outside of that, you had someone by the name of Zbigniew Brzezinski, who was a former advisor to President Jimmy Carter, who stated, quote, in earlier times, it was easier to control 1 million people than to physically kill 1 million people. He said, but now it is infinitely easier to kill 1 million people than it is to control, end quote. So what you're dealing with is the food, the air, the water, reproductive services, Planned Parenthood, and all these different arenas are being used to go towards an effort of getting rid of human beings, black, white, and all in between, by the billions, by a government-sponsored, pharmaceutically sponsored conspiracy. Now, a conspiracy is when 2 or more groups, people, or organizations come together to do something that is evil and or wicked. Conspiracy is a real thing. Conspiracy theory is when you're not sure of what is happening. That's a theory. We're dealing with conspiracy fact, conspiracy documentation, conspiracy organized calculated schemes that are being conducted by people on high. And guess what? Again, they coming after black and white folks, and all in between. Black folks are number one. Don't ever get it twisted. We are the number one target. But at this point, they are looking at the reality that people are waking up too fast. They didn't expect us to wake up too fast, hence social media being a problem, a gift and a curse. You see what I'm saying? So now that we're waking up so quickly, they didn't expect the masses of humanity to rise up, wake up, become aware of what this government's agenda is. And because of that, now they're trying to figure out exactly how to get rid of people. They said these white folks is waking up, they're coming against us, their government. Black folks is waking up, they're coming against us. So now at this point, they're like, well, just get rid of them all.
So for you on social media, having to deal with being censored every 5 minutes, how are you dealing with that, Reza? Because it's like every time you get the thing going and this thing, it's shut down again.
I'll tell you this, we're looking at this plaque here.
Yes, sir.
From all the hard work that you and the brothers have been doing at Be High ATL. Imagine you hit 100K, then you hit 200K. Right now you passed 200, over 230K now.
Yep.
Imagine that just gets snatched. No excuse, no justification, no reason, no nothing. They just snatch it. And they say, because you're a hater. But you have people like the president himself who can get on national television and lie, incite riots, call black people this, white people this, and all that. And multiple presidents, not just Biden or Trump or whatever. You can have people get on TV and just say all manners of evil, all kinds of things. Rappers, singers, dancers, athletes, people get up, say whatever the hell they want to say. But you let them keep saying what the hell they're saying. But the moment we speak some truth that exposes the agenda that you are perpetrating on masses of people, conspiring to get rid of them, conspiring to enslave them again, conspiring to remove them from the ability to access freedom, justice, and equality from the South, the North, the Midwest, the Central area, West Coast, wherever it is, now we're haters. We haters. So how it's been for me, I started off, brother, by February, I had over 540,000 subscribers on Instagram, 540,000 followers, right? I have 55,000 followers on Twitter. I had 120,000 followers on Facebook. I had 149,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, I was reaching between 15 and 18 million people a week.
Yeah.
They had a meeting. They brought Sundar Pichai over Google. They brought Jack Dorsey over Twitter. And they brought Mark Zuckerberg over Instagram and Facebook, which is now called Meta. They brought all of them together in Congress and said, there is a list of 12 people that are responsible. At the time, they said for 65% of all misinformation where the stabs and the virus are concerned. These 12 people you need to get off of your platforms. This was in February. Right after that, that's when they posted in all the different news articles, CBS, NBC, BBC News over in Europe, etc. And they systematically removed me from all the platforms. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, both of my Facebooks, they banned me from Clubhouse. All bro, they went there. They said, get this nigga. We don't want to see him, we don't want to hear him. Get him off. So they removed all of that, brother. And I'm going to tell you this. Most people would be devastated.
Yeah.
A lot of people make money off it. It's their livelihood.
Yeah.
You took my whole network down. Gone. Like this.
Yeah.
But if I did it for money, then that would really devastate me. It would have hurt me if I just did it for money. If I just did it for this or that. No, I do it because it's right. That's why I ain't gonna stop. Word is bond, bro. I don't give a damn what they do. I'm not stopping. And this is the difference that people have to understand. If you standing for something really, then what are you willing to sacrifice to keep it going? They took down everything, and guess what? I'm gonna keep coming back. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan doesn't teach us to be no weak type of people. You're gonna be a soldier for the people or not. If you really are about this life, then guess what? You know the enemy gonna come. Let him. Brother, we don't fear anything. We fear nothing and no one but Allah, God, the Supreme Being. That's it. That's the only thing I fear. Outside of that, you can't scare me. I'm going to give my people the truth. I'm going to expose to them exactly what this enemy, these bastard devils are doing. Doesn't matter what you say. And we're going to empower them so that they can have their rights. They can have the education they need. They can have solutions to help themselves, their family, their children, because that's what true freedom, justice, and equality is. It ain't got a damn thing to do with what platform you on. If I'm on this platform and your platform is being controlled by the very people who are perpetuating this agenda, then guess what? I'm going to have to go to war with the platform. Yeah. This is how it goes. We at war, so I ain't trying to, get too hot for y'all, but that's just the reality, brother. It's just true. So it's been an interesting experience for me, to say the least.
When you talked to the minister, Farrakhan, and then were you able to introduce him to Bobby Kennedy Jr. as well? How did that conversation go? What was that like?
Yeah, that was interesting.
Break that
very
down.
Interesting. Okay, funny thing, because they be like, man, y'all be saying white folks is devils and all the hell. Yeah, white people are devils. And there's some black devils too. Mexican devils too. Asian devils too. Oh, they didn't expect that. Like, if y'all don't knock this off, devil means one who devalues. Mm-hmm. A lot of black folks kill each other. So although you may not be that by nature, you are acting as that by circumstance. I can't be okay with that. No, I'm not okay with a white man killing my people, and I'm damn sure not okay with my people killing each other either. I just wanted to make sure I get that clear before we go to the next point. Yeah. I was reached out to by a woman named Lucy Cole, elder Caucasian woman who's been fighting on the legislative side, dealing with shots. And this is long before the virus situation came along. I've been involved in this fight, and particularly where it comes to health freedom, the stabs and all that, for roughly 7 years. Long before this thing, brother. I was dealing with this with MMR and Hep B, all that stuff. So I was reached out to in early 2015 by Lucy Cole. She was telling me, Reza, do you know that the MMR shot, measles, mumps, rubella, also known as a trivalent, also known as 3 viruses in 1 needle, that shot is causing boys to have autism at 236% more than Caucasian boys. Admitted by Dr. William Thompson, who currently works at the CDC. He admitted this. This is his research. And she said, did you know that this is what's happening to your people? This is a white woman. She said, you know this is happening to your people. No one wanted to take this information. I said, are you serious? She then had another woman call me by the name of Michelle Ford, who was the founder of Vaccine Injury Awareness League. She had been trying to get this information to black folks for the last 11 years. No one would take it. Oh, y'all some crazy as hell conspiracy theorist soccer moms. Y'all some white crazy, that's what they would just always say, crazy as hell soccer mom white folk. This is what they were telling me, that how they were being received. Okay. Michelle Ford breaks it all down to me. Goes into detail, documentation, you name it. It was blowing my mind, bro. This is 2015. I'm like, you can't be serious. Like, what do you mean? They're still doing this? She said, yes. And no black leaders that I know of wanted to take it. She named all the different ones that she went to. Then I said, well, you got the right group now. So I said, I'm gonna set up a meeting. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to set up a meeting in the next week. Who can you bring? I need you to bring your heavy hitters. I said, don't bring just somebody on the side. I need the ones who are actively involved, who have all the data, all the information, because we're gonna get this information out to our people so that they can be put up on game about this fight. Here's another damn thing that's coming at us. We brother, everything is against us so far, but here's another way that they trying to come at us. So she said, I'll bring Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Dr. Brian Hooker. I said, really? Okay. She said, yeah, absolutely. So I set up the meeting. It was a week and a half later. Myself, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Dr. Brian Hooker, who was the doctor, he is a scientist out of California who has a injured son from a shot. He is the one who had the conversation with Dr. William Thompson for over 2.5 hours. He recorded the full audio. This is the whistleblower inside of the CDC, Dr. William Thompson. This is what all black folks need to know about this. Once he had that conversation, he recorded the whole thing. He drove to Oregon so that he could legally record it without Dr. William Thompson knowing. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is how gangster this dude had to pull this to get this information out. You got to be willing to do some stuff to really get this out. This meeting, we listened to the whole audio. I called my minister, a Western Region representative for Minister Farrakhan. Minister Tony Muhammad is what he's known at that time. His new name is Abdul Malik Saeed Muhammad. He's there. So we're all in this room listening to this. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is breaking it all down, what's going on with black folks. He said, I went to all the black leaders you can name. This is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I went to Al Sharpton. They didn't want to accept it. I went to Jesse Jackson. They wouldn't accept it. National Action Network, NAACP, Urban League. He went down the list, he said, and none of them wanted to accept this information. He said, what I found out is a lot of them are sponsored by pharmaceutical companies. And I'm sorry to say this, but this is the reality. So we strategically were being held away from what this was doing to us by some of our own people in leadership. So he said, you are all the last chance, which is a Nation of Islam. Once we got that information, we brought it to Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan wanted to hear it. And he said, who was the brother who put all this together? Minister Tony Muhammad said, Brother Reza Islam. He said, well, bring him too. I want to hear from this brother. We flew out and met with the minister, brought Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Michelle Ford, you name it. They were all there. They gave him all the information. Let him know, Brother Minister, this is what this government has been doing to your people. You didn't know. In modern time, he's listening to everything they said. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said, I didn't think there were any black leaders at all after this.
Damn.
Now, I'm going to say this to y'all so y'all can understand this. A lot of people have things to say about Minister Farrakhan. That's fine. You can have your opinion. I get it. But when it comes to leadership and those who are sincerely doing the work, you can't deny it. You can't deny the fact. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. gave him this information. He said, can you please get it out to the people? He was almost crying, this white man. Can you please? Minister Farrakhan said, sir, he said, this is my obligation. This is what we do. He said, not only will I get this information out, he said, we are going to put it in our Final Call newspaper, the #1 black-owned news publication in the world, independent, so we can speak the truth. He said, we're also going to announce it at 10/10/15, Justice or Else, the 20th year anniversary of the Million Man March in front of the world. This is how real this leadership game is, if you really want to go there. Word is bond. The minister got on stage. He announced it. The video of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was playing, but they cut the sound. This is in Washington, D.C. I was there. Right when the video of him getting up there where he was dropping bombs about what the government hid about black people, specifically black boys, how they were targeted through the MMR shot. And what it was admitted, what was happening, they cut the whole audio. We're on the mall in D.C., bro, in front of over 500,000 people live, and this was broadcasted to over 42 countries to over 1.2 billion people. And that audio got cut, but everybody saw the video later. But the minister started to reveal the information. Minister Abdul Malik, Minister Tony, he revealed the other side of the information. And that is when the world finally knew. Black people, melanated people across the diaspora started to realize Tuskegee ain't got nothing on this. And this is before this virus situation, years before. So that's how it began. We got this information out to billions, brother, through your brother. I'll say, because God will use whoever he needs to use to get the mission done. And that's how it happened. And that's how I got involved, and particularly when this comes to this whole shot situation.
Being able to talk to the minister up close and personal, what kind of game did he lay down on you, man? I'm still high. I mean that, man. I mean that. I mean, because it's unfiltered truth, brother, with love. Yeah.
But sincere, deep instruction, because he knows what he knows. You're talking about somebody who knows this enemy, who's been dealing with this enemy. You're talking about a man who has been present for over 5 presidents, 6 presidents, 7 presidents, who each president has singled him out as a problem. You talking about leadership for real?
Yeah.
Come on, bruh. Every single one. This man, this hater that, I don't know. There is no one better who can give you the game, the wisdom that you need. So to even be in his presence, brother, I still can't describe it, to be honest, but I will say that some of that fire that is in him jumped in me. Word is bond, bro. I will never, ain't no cap on this. I will not make no excuses. I'm not going to justify, and I'm not exaggerating. meeting him was like holding the sun for real. That feeling you get when the sun is beaming on you, that's what it felt like. Hugging. I asked him if I can hug him to embrace such uncompromising leadership. Bro, you have faced this, you faced Satan and told Satan, go to hell where you belong. Over and over and over. We don't have nobody like that. So the game he gave me, brother, the wisdom he's giving me is on, it's on another level, brother. But he's giving me wisdom dealing with how to operate with this enemy, how to be more wise about how I move. Do not move with ego. Be humble at all times. But when it comes to handling a devil, of course, you take their head off if you are attacked. Because we don't aggress upon people. We don't start no fight. Of course. All right, that's not how we operate. We defend ourselves. But if, aggressed upon, we fight like hell with those who fight with us. God allows such a thing. So we're uncompromising about that, but we have to love our people more than they hate themselves. We must deal with them from the level of a servant, from under them, not above them, like, yeah, look at me. These are the different jewels he gave me. Yeah. He said, you must continue to lead this young generation. He told me that in 2015. He looked into my soul. He said, you have to. You must. Because he's in his 80s. Yeah. You talking about a man who's roughly 88 now? We can't keep putting it all on him. It's all of us now, bro. Yeah. It's all of us. It ain't just Reason. All of us. What we gonna do? He been dealing with it. You gonna deal with it now? What? So we don't put it off on nobody. Well, this leader, that. No, brother. You the leader now. We are the leaders. We have to become that. So all the game, the wisdom that he's given me, I'm still learning to digest it now, bro. Every day I'm seeing what he meant. Every single day. Every time I deal with politicians, artists, brothers and sisters in the hood, you name it, anybody, I see what he meant. But we have to come at our people from a position of love and understanding, but we have to understand that there's an enemy who sincerely hates us, and we can't compromise with that. You see what I'm saying? We can't pretend as if evil doesn't exist. That's another thing that I can't stand that a lot of our people get caught up in, like everybody's okay, it's all good, it's post-racial. We can all hang out. I got a white girlfriend. Hey, I just had a baby with a white woman. That's cool. That's up to you. But that doesn't mean racism doesn't exist anymore. Yep. That doesn't mean there's not an agenda to get rid of human beings. Let's be real here. So yeah, brother, I can do a whole 2 hours on what he has taught me, but I'm still learning to understand just a few words and a few times that I've met the minister, a few times I've heard wisdom and guidance from him. It's still opening itself up and revealing itself every day to me.
For you, Reza, though, being out here in these streets, how are you going about protecting yourself and making sure that you're moving correctly? And do you have any scares to where you feel like people are coming for you?
Good question. Very good question. Well, the first thing is my belief in Allah, God, is supreme above everything else. So I don't have any fears per se. That is my ultimate protection because I put my faith and my trust in him above everything else. Then outside of that, of course, we got the brothers. The brotherhood does protect your brother, and I'm thankful for the FOI because that's what we are. Fruit of Islam, which is the military training of the men that belong to Islam in North America. We are that military arm of the Nation of Islam. Ali's FOI, Malcolm's FOI, Minister Farrakhan would tell you straight right now, I'm an FOI. I'm a soldier. I'm not above the brotherhood. We are one soldierhood, one brotherhood. So the brothers protect me. And then, of course, the people. It's another thing I got to say I love about our people, bro. When your heart is really out there and they feel you, not just see you, they feel you showing up to the areas where most of these so-called leaders would never show up. You in the trenches, you in Skid Row, you showing up to candlelight vigils, you showing up to conflicts with certain hoods that are, about to turn up and go off again, but you right in the middle, hey, hold on, bro. Yeah. You right there, like, bro, you a real one, bro. You really are. Okay, you about this. Okay, ain't nobody paid you to come down here. Been doing this work for years. I recently started getting paid. Recently. Okay, I mean like the last 2 years. And because it's not about money, but we gotta live, we have livelihoods.
You gotta
survive. So but your motive has to be right. Yeah. And you can make money righteously, doing what is right. But it's just funny to me, man, because the people will protect you. When they really see you there for them, for real, bro. I mean, like, bro, yeah. Ain't nobody even called you and you right here. Yeah. You right there. That is a deeper level of understanding. So God first is who I place my protection and my love and my loyalty and trust. Then, of course, it's the brotherhood. And then outside of that, it's our people. And I have seen each and every time that, they've come through it, every layer. So, but the enemy, if they want to come get you, they'll come get you. They know I've been visited by the FBI 3 times before I was on Instagram. Make this very clear. I've been visited by the FBI, 2013, 3 times, 3 separate times.
What were those visits like, Reason? God dog, man. The fuck?
We on B-High. All right? Look, make it very, brother, I'm telling you, it wasn't real to me.
Oh, my God.
Until they pulled up to the house.
See, you thought it was a damn game.
Brother, at that time, I was 23. I'm like, yeah, we in here, we doing the work. I'm just excited about doing the work. But you better know for real. You become a problem for the system when you are knocking off their investment. It's like a drug dealer. You messing up my ends, bro. Like what you?
Come on now.
We're gonna have to deal with you. And this is so I understand. But when they pulled up to the house, oh man, I'm talking about random. I'm laying on the couch, watching cartoons. I was relaxing, trying to relax my mind.
Yeah.
Right. And I go to the door. Look, it's an Asian woman. So automatically I'm thinking, I ain't gonna worry about that.
Yeah.
Asian woman out here in the hood, cool. Boy, I was wrong. I was like, wow, open the door. She got a little crew neck and all that. Flashed a badge. Real big badge. Real nice, fancy. FBI, y'all got some really nice badges. I'd let you know. Y'all spend like at least $30 on them things. Really nice. With the whole mission statement and symbol. I said, wow, that's a nice badge. we gotta make a joke out of it because it's really funny. But she showed me that and, may I come in? I said, no, but I'll step outside. I step out, down the steps, it's a brother. Or so I thought. Working with the FBI, he has on his shades, bald head. So she's right here, and she says, Mr. Islam, we've seen some posts on Facebook. I wasn't on Instagram until 2017. And she said, we've seen some posts on Facebook that you've made. We just want to verify to see if this is you or if someone else is making a post with your account was hacked, etc. We want to, just verify. They pull out this legal document, this whole full of papers. They open it up. They show my DMV records. They show my DMV phone. I was like, oh, you legit. Definitely legit. This is really nice.
Yeah.
This is real. It's not a movie. It's real. Like, y'all actually do this. This is okay, cool. Continue. So she's showing me. I said, okay. I said, oh, yeah, I posted that. Well, what did you mean by that? I said, well, you know what that means. This is where, again, so you got to be, this is a real life, okay? Yeah. And if you want to get out here and talk, some people do it because they want to be seen. You want to be famous. You want to, the government. No, bro, this is not a fake enemy. It's not a plaything. They a real enemy. They're not stupid. They spend billions of dollars on research and investigation. They spend billions on psychology. They spend billions on mind control. These people will come get you if they want to. And the only thing that will protect you is God, by you being a righteous brother or sister doing the best that you can to not be involved in this world like that. It's the only thing. Because when they came to me, I was wearing my Allah is God shirt on. This is the craziest. I'm telling you, this is how it is. But all the questions she's giving me, are you connected to any terrorist organizations? Because we notice, you put up the one finger, which symbolizes the oneness of black people. I'm like, damn, y'all don't know. Okay. And she said, we noticed that Al-Qaeda uses the same symbol. I said, ma'am, now this is when I had to just really, I said, you work for the FBI, you're Asian. I said, may I ask your ethnicity? She said, Japanese. I said, you know what America did to the Japanese, and you work for them. See, now I'm like, since you want to go here, I'm not a terrorist. I said, I'm a Muslim. She said, well, Al-Qaeda, they claim to be Muslims. I said, Al-Qaeda was created by the United States government. You know that. I said, you're the FBI. I know CIA is for international affairs, FBI is for more so domestic and in this country, but you know damn well they ain't got nothing to do with no Islam. They don't even pray in the right direction. Don't even try that. I said, Al-Qaeda has nothing to do with us. You know that. I said, Hillary Clinton, I went down this whole list and I said, brother, how dare you? I really was like, you know what, since y'all coming, let's go. Because what you're doing is you're trying to frame an image that doesn't exist. No, I'm not a terrorist. I'm a Muslim. Yes, I'm an FOI in the Nation of Islam. Absolutely. She said, well, okay, so you follow Farrakhan? Absolutely. This is what they asked me. So I verified everything and I said, but there is no terrorism, no blow up this, and that's not how we operate. That's not how I operate. That's not what my post said. But they really showed up, brother. That was one time. Other 2 times are 2 Caucasian males wearing Hawaiian shirts. Like, bruh, y'all, that's how y'all do it in movies. Like, really? You can't be more incognito than that. So it's a very real thing, brother. But I had to address the brother. I said, brother, how are you a black man working for the FBI? I had to really go there with him too. And because they were both in the wrong place with the right person. But that at that point is when I knew it was real. They're watching deeply, and they are labeling people, and they trying to see who is who right now so that they can go and get you if they need to, put you here, etc. I knew it was real. 2013 is when I really understood at that point.
So moving forward after 2013, knowing that you were on the watch list and stuff like that, I mean, what was that experience like, knowing that every time you opened up your mouth, everything is being, checked, fact checked and everything else? And then also when it comes to your information, where do you get your information from for those that want to know?
Absolutely. Well, the first thing is knowing that everything that we, and I cover this in my book, which I know they'll probably have one downstairs, but chapter 2, I cover social media. Because everything after 9/11 was being recorded. Even prior to that, it was being recorded if you were an artist, it was being recorded if you were a criminal, et cetera. They were recording all that. But all citizens in America started being recorded after 9/11 because they justified the attack on the Twin Towers as a way to infiltrate the privacy of citizens in America in a way where they and we would accept it, right? Through social media. So we didn't understand that whole maneuver, but the first social media platform, 6 Degrees, came out roughly 2001, 2002, right after the whole 9/11 circumstance. And then from there, you got Photobucket, MySpace, et cetera, and it started getting more and more invasive, but we kept accepting the terms and conditions. Every time we download an app, accept terms and conditions.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize we were being played into self-incrimination, into admitting things that we didn't really believe or telling on ourselves. And, oh yeah, this is what I eat on a daily basis. This is where I live. Y'all check out my car. Like you're giving them so much information voluntarily. I knew at that point. So I said, okay, this is what it is. I can't not tell the truth. Maybe I can tailor it in a way where it won't get me taken down off a platform, sure, but even then it doesn't matter. But I knew at that point, okay, it's real, you're watching me, fine. I'm not the only one being watched, but I see where y'all at with it. And as it evolved, it became more and more obvious up until this point where we are today, where the White House literally announced my name and 11 others on a list where they call us the disinformation dozen. This devil got a sense of humor. Bars. They got a sense of humor, bro. I said, wow, y'all are funny. So they have me on a list of 12 people. Again, and they said we're the number one group of people spreading misinformation about, they said on the internet, who are responsible for 65% on the internet collectively. Of misinformation where these shots and the virus is concerned and all of that. And so it evolved up to this point now where they're saying these things, and I wear it as a badge of honor. Because if we look at all of our ancestors and all of our great leaders, they were hated by this government for standing up for us. So at that point, well, damn, if I'm not hated by this government for standing up for us, am I doing the work really? Really? Now, again, there's layers to this because everybody's not on the front line. In a war, you need the cooks. In a war, you need the teachers and educators. In a war, you need those who do transportation. In a war, you need those who deal with information, who deal with technology, information, and gathering the data. In a war, you need those who are the trainers, the military trainers who handle, the self-defense and weaponry, et cetera. And then, of course, all of that, you have those who are in leadership and the generals, those who are on the front lines, in the front, out there. See what I'm saying? Everyone has their place. I happen to be put in this place. This is where Allah God placed me. So I have to, wear my hat properly, and I have to be holding this post. So I get it now, but it's so real, and they're letting it be known to everybody else how real it is. Yep. And they like, look, we ain't gonna hide it. We don't like that nigga. We do not like him. Period. We don't like none of you bow tie wearing, bean pie selling, final call newspaper. We don't like y'all. With your glasses and your slick hair, you Farrakhan, bro. That's how they talk. Y'all know how they talk. Yeah. Some of y'all be saying the same stuff. Your bean pie, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? So it's a real thing. So, but I love it because you are being hated for doing what is right, bro. Ain't nothing better than that. I love this.
How does your family deal with the scrutiny that comes along with being down with Reza Islam?
That's why he got over 100,000 subscribers. He asked the right questions. Bro know what to say. He know exactly what to ask. My family, it's funny. I was treated, like a black sheep at a certain point. I'm a weird little dude, youngest of 10 children. Man, he ain't getting involved in the gangs. He ain't this. He ain't a little weird square. To a degree. And it's like. All right, cool. But my family loves me though, and I love my family. I'm all about family, from my mama, my father, all my siblings. I love my family. We're very close. But at a certain point, you know, they was just like, yo, Reason on that, you know, on that stuff. You know, okay, you know, okay, we love you, but you know, stay over there. You know, for some of them, because they was like, damn, man, what the hell, you know, like they after him for? Yeah. And so I understood, you know, but now, man, I mean, they not only are they all the way behind your brother, but they really understand what this means because they watched their brother get put on national television, lied about by the government. They watch the news call me what they call me. They watch the White House say what they say. They watch all these people on YouTube talk about me, this and all that. They've seen the documents of the government labeling. Bro, they like, yo, this is my little brother. I'm the youngest again. I'm the youngest of 10 children. I'm their little brother, baby brother. And they coming after my little brother. I mean, you know, this is really, I had one of my older brothers call me and apologize. He said, cause years I used to really hate on you. Damn. My older brother, you know, and it's like, man, we have family who don't understand you. What makes you do what you do? Why are you out there doing it? Nigga, leave it to somebody else. You know, like some people really be like, why don't you let the other people out of that? But we don't understand when we're called for a higher purpose, everybody's not gonna understand. And everyone doesn't need to understand. I would just recommend you respect it. And if you don't have anything positive to say, then back up. Let them do what they need to do, because I'm not doing this because, it's just what I want to do. I love my people, but God has you on whatever path he puts you on. And if you submit to it, he will make you great. He will. So, you know, my family, man, they all behind me now. Because they see how real it is for real. They like, he's not playing, he's not exaggerating. And they really are after him because of not only what he stands for, but it's unapologetic. He follows Farrakhan, the most hated man by this government, bar none, living today. Following him, you will, as the Bible says, you know, if ye shall be my disciples, my enemies will become yours. You shall be hated for my name's sake. So if I'm sincerely following him, you can tell because I will take on his enemies. Now I'm on the ADL's watch list. That's the Anti-Defamation League. That's this Jewish organization who says, you're an anti-Jew hating basher. Sorry, I'm not. Sorry. But you can try to make up whatever you want to make up, but I'm not that. But I have a whole page now. That's the same list Malcolm X is on. That's the same list Marcus Garvey is on. That's the same list Martin Luther King is on. That's the same list Stokely Carmichael, Kwame Ture is on. I'm on that list now. Minister Farrakhan is on that list. Now the government is saying this about you, you hater, you bigot, you. Same thing, they call me a terrorist now, bro. Everything they called him. You a Nation of Islam because you tradition. I'm like, wow, that's how you know when you following someone for real. Because now you're taking on their enemies. This is how it is as FOI in a nation. We're all hated. We all hate this. Some of us are seen more than others, but we want brotherhood. And FOI is targeted by this government because they know what we stand for. We will never bow down to the system, bro. Nothing. Ever. I don't give a damn what you offer me. Money, fame, whatever. I done turn it all down. Go to hell. I'm not negotiating with no devil, bro. My people will be free one way or another. I don't give a damn what you got to say about it. It has to happen because Satan's world was only supposed to exist for 6,000 years. And that was up over 100 years ago.
When it came to finding people, you know, resorting to trying to bribe Reza.
I love this brother,
you see
man.
What I'm saying?
Come on
now. What was it like when you had to turn that stuff down? I'll give you the world if you give me your soul.
Oh, come on, man.
Come on
when
now.
They talk about that Jesus, you know, Satan bringing Jesus up on the tall mountain and say, I'll give thee thine everything that you see if you bow down to me. You know, it's like, bruh, really, to be honest with you, because I'm really built like this now. See, again, some people don't know what they are made of until they are put to the test.
Come on
you
now.
Test it for real. You really about that? You sure? Okay. Here go $1 million. All you need to do. Hey, bro. Bro, it be smooth, man. They be like, damn, hey, they cold. They got some cold game. All you gotta do is come on, $1 million, man. You see where you living, bro. This man. You take moms out the hood.
Yeah. You
got a queen. Give her a nice ring. But they'll handle all your bills. Man, you ain't gonna have to be on the corner ever again. But cool. They'll use one of our people who look just like us, who are close to us. I know how it is, bro, man. We was boys, man. We grew up together, bro. $1 million right there, bro. All you need to do, go stand with this person. Stop talking that, you know, reparations talk and that Satan talk and calling that, bro. Just do this few things. You got it, bro. Simple. Bro, I've damn near threatened to kill certain people who came at me with that. How the hell you gonna disrespect me? You think so? Well, I mean, I said, no problem. I'll let you know something. Go back to your master. Go back to massa. Because the money didn't come from you, it came through you. So make it very clear, bro, you ain't the one. That's another thing we gotta get through our head. Your master co-sign you, so you think you the one. You ain't the one, bro. Go bring that back to him or them. Let them know they can go to hell where they came from. You ain't gonna buy me. I don't give a damn what you say. I done been offered money, platforms. You could be a host of this show. You can come on our network. If you travel here, do this. Just don't say nothing about it. Bro, I'm sorry.
So what is it that makes it that serious for you to say, you know what? Because see, that's a crossroads that a lot of people got to face.
That's a fact.
So what is it that makes reason say, you almost killed somebody for trying to stop?
Because, like in the hood, man, don't play my gangster.
Exactly.
But this is a righteous gangster side.
Yeah,
this is a righteous gangster move, brother. You know what we're facing here?
Yeah.
We are this close to freedom, bro. Satan's world is over. It's right here. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that the world of white supremacy is on its deathbed. If that is the case, then we gotta put the last few nails in that coffin, bro. We right here. We buying up land. We coming together with finances and economics. We're building our own schools. We have our own grocery stores. We're owning transportation systems, bro. We building. We coming out with technology. We are owners. We have patents. We have all this stuff. We are entering into international trade and commerce with our brothers and sisters across the diaspora. Hold up. Keep your foot on the damn gas. Do not slow down. Ever. Don't do it. We right here. It happened before. We started slowing down. We started getting paid. No, we're going to give you a toilet. We integrate you into the, Brown versus Board of Education. You come into our schools. Hey, give up all your baseball leagues. Jackie Robinson, you can come on into this. Forget the Negro leagues. Even though y'all better, even though we wanted y'all because you're talented. But, go ahead and disband all those. Hey, you know what? Hey, we know you had 60 all black towns. Over 60 all black towns. They were all thriving. It wasn't just Tulsa. You see what I'm saying? Y'all are doing well. But you gave all of that up to come on in and be accepted by us. Hold up. We are right there. Keep pushing, bro. Keep pushing. Because the money will come, the fame will come, the land will come, everything will come. Because you're not sacrificing integrity. Stand on principle. What profited a man, literally, what profited a man who, the scripture in particular, what profited a man who loses his soul and gains the whole world? If I want to get all this money and leave my integrity over there and forget my principles, forget all that, because I want some material and millions of dollars and all that, but I lose my soul, bro, I didn't profit nothing at all whatsoever. The rich man will pay you all of his money to have 5 more minutes on earth. But as it says in the Bible as well, it is easier for a camel to enter into the eye of a needle than it is for the rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. So hold up, bruh. That means money don't qualify you for greatness. It's the work that you do based on righteous principle. I know for a fact I'm going for legendary status. I'm not going for, bro, word is bond. I ain't going for that step and fetch it. Oh, he was nice. He wear some suits. He looked nice. No, brother. I'm going for, he did his best to fight for the people so that they can establish themselves, have their own everything, and be built into a respectable people who do not have to bow down to nobody. We don't have oppression in our back. We don't, can you please? No, that's what I want to be known for. I'm not interested in nothing else. So yeah, bro, the offers have come and they stopped coming. I think the third person after that, it was like, yeah, no, he about that life. Yeah,
Your mental health though, Reza. I mean, being in this whirlwind, fighting a good fight, does Reza ever find himself getting tired as hell? Okay, you fighting the enemy, you fighting folks on your side.
Come on, bro.
I mean, talk to me. How do you keep your mind strong?
Oh, man, very good question. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said something that hit me real heavily, brother. He said it to all of us. He said, you must use your gifts and talents to help our people. Use those gifts and talents, because a lot of us, we go straight into soldier mode. We'll give up our music. We'll give up our dance. We'll give up the gifts, those things that we love, our passions, to just go after helping our people. We'll sacrifice it all, thinking we need to just give it up completely, when we don't necessarily have to do that. It's a thing that some of us misunderstood. I know I did. I gave up everything. I love dancing. I've been dancing since I was 5.
Yeah.
I was in acting for 10 years. I don't necessarily miss that too much, but the dancing, that's a part of my passion, right? And then right next to that, of course, is helping our people. So I was like, man, he said that. And then he also said, when it came to keeping yourself balanced, to make sure that you settle not only on the best part of one another, but look at life and settle on the best parts of life itself. Look at the beauty we have out here. You got family, embrace them, love them, talk to them more. You have a good environment, go outside, go talk to the people, go get fresh air, eat fruits and vegetables, man. Dance, laugh, go to the movies every now and then. The minister goes to the movies, he exercises, he loves comedy. Embrace that. Because you will not be able to be soldier mode all day, 100% all day. You will go crazy. That's a fact. We got something to fight about every day, all day.
Yeah.
That's a fact. We can, bro. We have all these fights against us, but we gotta maintain balance. I love comedy. I love cartoons, but don't try to run up. That don't mean I'm soft. Let me make it very clear. Oh, he one of them. Nah, bro. Seriously. I love, I love going to the movies. I love theme parks, roller coasters. I love, like I said, dancing. Yeah. And I can dance.
I mean, well, no, Reza, I done seen you cutting a rug. I mean, straight up cutting a damn rug. Talk to me when that music come on and the party's getting started. The last thing I expected was for Reza Islam to crank that mother all the way the hell up.
Bro, it's different. It's different, bro. Like, I'm used to, I grew up in the crump world. So it's a passion, bro. The same my passion. Hey, no, really. You challenge what? Bro, it's a whole nother. My glasses come out, it's over. You like, it's a different brother. It's a different world. It's a challenge. Yeah, it's a challenge. So I'm passionate about that. When I dance, don't nothing else matter at that moment. I know I'm not whack. I know I'm good. So I'm not worried about y'all. Damn, he that tall, he linky, but he getting it. I love it, man, because again, that helps, like you said, to balance out the stress of the world. It's a lot that we're dealing with, and not only that, but I get bombarded every day. News articles, different people sending me information, updates. I have a whole crew of scientists and researchers, and in the nation we have a research team. Then outside of that, we have a whole lot of other people, different people, and I get sent things every single day. So I need to go through all this research. I need to study. I need to read. I need to watch documentaries. I need to cross-reference. I have to check government websites. I have to check other documentation, books, and you have to understand that it is a full time. It's not a 9 to 5. Yeah. It's a 24/7. It's a real thing. And you have to find those pockets of where you can water yourself, deep, unplug, step out the matrix for a minute, go to the beach, spend time with your family. Like, really find those things that help to keep you balanced, because you will burn out. Yeah. And I've burned out a number of times in my life. Like you said, what keeps you from going crazy as hell and just getting mad? Balance. Maintain balance.
Message to the millennials.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, man, I wish I had my book in there. I didn't have it. Thought I brought it. Message to the millennials. I'll say this. First of all, millennial is dealing with the generation who was born between the 80s and the early 2000s. But the way I spelled it, because some people, until they read the first chapter, thought I misspelled the book and printed out tens of thousands of copies, and we didn't catch that. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Come on, help your brother out, right? So that book is going over, one, it was inspired by Message to the Black Man by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It was inspired by that in a modern context, and partially also inspired by 2017 information dealing with the United States government, labeling Black people who love ourselves, love our people, love our culture, and who are going to stand up for ourselves as BIEs, or Black Identity Extremists. The moment the FBI came out with that classification, I said, wait a minute. Black Identity Extremists, you are now trying to bring back COINTELPRO in modern time, because that means you're going to start to infiltrate the organizations like you once did, and you're going to try to come after the young Black revolutionaries, the young brothers and sisters who are coming out here doing something to help the community, who are uncompromising, who want to do something to better our condition, and you're going to try to target us early. That and Message to the Black Man are the marriage that inspired it. So in that book, I cover multiple things, including social media, as I said, the purpose, why they came out with it, when they came out with it, and how they used it to come after us, all the way up to the point to where they record every phone call, text message, email, DM, you name it, all the way down to chapters dealing with tell, lie, vision, programming, how they have mental control over the masses, mental health versus mental illness, fact versus fiction, how they use psychology to invade the minds of the people and manipulate how we think, all the way down to the college educated versus the autodidact, educating people on the difference between those who are indoctrinated versus those who are educated. I go over statistics and all that from different countries. America's not number one in science, math, English, or anything virtually outside of having the number one largest amount of prisons in one country than any other country. So it is you could say a handbook or a manual for navigating throughout the system. And the way I wrote Millennial deals with the strongest within 1,000. It is the strongest of the 1,000 within a group of people who are fighting against a system of tyrannical, wicked, and evil. So that's what a millennial is. It's pretty much giving them the handbook of how to navigate through this thing. And everything you see in that book, chapter 6, by the way, is depopulation, their ultimate solution, where I go over the different ways that they went to depopulate. I put government documents in there. I put references. I put graphs. I put statistics from the United States Census Bureau saying that by the year 2042, Caucasian people will be the minority in America, going over the male, the female, the numbers of black people, Asians, etc. Why, are they afraid? What is depopulation used for? And I reference Dr. Frances Cress Welsing in her book, The ISIS Papers. I reference, of course, the war of genetic annihilation, the psychosis dealing with that for some white people, those who understand and know it, and then those who don't know about it. So it's a lot in that book, brother. It's a lot in that book. That's why they banned it from some prisons after it got allowed, into juvenile halls and prisons, male and female. I guess some people started kind of opening the book looking. It was like, oh, hell, we can't have this in here. Get up out of here. I said, but it's all a part of the mission, brother.
Where does Reza Islam find joy in the midst of this journey? And then also, with all of the researching and all of that triangulation that you got going on every 5 minutes, man, what are you doing when you ain't got the weight of the world on your shoulders to really just woo-saw it out?
Yeah, good question. I have a very deep connection to music, deep connection to family, nature, and environment. So I love anything dealing with nature. I love animals. I love going to places dealing with the beach and the mountain areas and, flowers and anything dealing with life to desensitize, decompress, I would say, pardon me, to kind of remove all of that weight. I love having conversations with close friends, people I grew up with long before the fame, you could say.
How are those conversations, and are those people being tapped on the shoulder because they're talking to Reza Islam on the damn White House list? You see what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? Okay, that's funny. That actually has happened a couple times.
I figured it happened a couple times.
Part. That's the funny part, bro. It's hilarious.
I mean, this guy ain't stressed out now. Yeah.
They're like, bruh, damn. I was like, what? They said they came. I was like, look, man, look, you my boy or not? They're like, I'm your boy, man. But they said I did get called. My page was, people's pages got shut down. They got certain phone calls and all that, and it's real. Yeah. But the ones who grew up with me, who knew what I was doing when I was 12, 13, 14, was helping the people, wearing suits back then. Yeah. Helping the people. These are people who, who I cherish and I appreciate, and they keep it on a level of how we grew up, bro. We be talking about dancing, we talking about laughter and comedy and all that, and then we'll go into the high level conversations too. Yeah. But they know, bro, that's 99% of your life. So they help me to unplug from this thing. Exactly. Let me go take you out. Let's go eat somewhere. Let's go have some fun somewhere, in a way where I can be recognized to a degree. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because everywhere I go, that's another thing too. Oh, shoot. It's like, damn. I'm trying to dance 2-step real quick. I gotta go. That's how it be. It's a real life. So I do my best to, just have as much fun as possible. Yeah. Relax, like I said, watch cartoons, enjoy family, friends. I go out whenever I can. But it's just a lot, man. It's a lot. So I take as much time as I can. You could say time off or time for rejuvenation of my mind, body. I make sure to keep my health up. Yeah. The gym is therapy for me. I make sure I work out, and you gotta work out as much as I travel on a consistent basis. You gotta eat right. You have to take your minerals, your vitamins, your herbs. You gotta fast as much as possible. Drink a lot of water. So all of these things, they all help.
Do you ever have to deal with folks threatening your life?
Oh, nah, I don't think anyone's that unintelligent, bro. Oh. I'll be honest with you. I mean, early on, I think I've had like 1 or 2 fake accounts try to message me, we're going to kill you, nigga. And I was like, pull up. Word is bond, bro. I'm not a social media revolutionary, bro. I'm in this in real life. Don't you ever try to threaten me. What the hell you think? See, no, we don't play that. That's the difference. Yeah. And people respect you. They're like, damn. When they see like you really about this, yes, I'm about this. But I'm a real man. Don't get it twisted here. You can't just say whatever because you think, oh, he's a social media. No, sir. I'm in real life. You run up on me. If the brothers don't get to you, I will. And that's a fact. We are not the aggressors, so we don't start the fight, but we will finish it. That's for damn sure. Bow tie come off real quick, buttons will pop, hey, and then I'll knock you out and pray what you have to.
Come on now.
You know, we got to show the love, man.
Gotta show some love.
It's real talk.
Lastly, Reza,
Yes,
for
sir.
your supporters and your people out there, man, how can they contact you now with everything being shut down every 5 minutes? And what do you want to tell them?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I'll say I love y'all very much. I appreciate you for anything. Good words, prayers. You know, we definitely need those. Attending events, coming out to the events, volunteering to spread the information, educate people, helping to hire people who need jobs who can't, you know, because of the whole staff thing, a lot of different things. RezaIslam.com. My website, we had to invest a good amount of money to not only secure it, but to build it.
Okay.
So pretty much everything that I post now, I can post on my website. It's almost done completely, but everything, videos, I can go live and all that, that's where it's going. So RezaIslam.com if you'd like to book me for speaking engagements. If you'd like to contact me, my team, you know, will respond. You know, that's how it is. I'm also on, right now, I'm on Instagram. It's my 7th page. So again, we don't know how long that's gonna be up.
Yeah.
But it's under intellectual extremist.
Okay.
Okay, not an E, an extremist, but intellectual extremist, and that's my Instagram, and I'm also on Telegram. Okay, under intellectual extremist research group.
Okay.
You know, so there's a book right there.
Thank
so we're definitely getting some things situated, man. But RezaIslam.com, you can also get the book there as well. Heavy research tool. It is being used in multiple schools as a part of their curriculum. A lot of brothers and sisters who are locked down in prison, that book has helped them tremendously. We have so many success stories about them saying, bro, not only have you, you know, this book opened my eyes, but it educated them on so many areas that they never even thought about studying, to be honest with you. And a whole lot more. A whole lot of artists and celebrities have done reviews on it. It blew their mind. They said it's one of the best books they've ever read, you know, and again, the initial book was about 300 pages, the rough draft. But I said, man, my people ain't gonna read no 3. I can come out with a first book with 300 pages. Yeah. Somebody will buy it, I'm sure, but you know, I don't want to make it hard. Yeah. I'm like, bruh, this is a lot of, you know, so it's about 161 pages. Okay. Colored pictures, got pictures, because whatever y'all can read, I know y'all read words, but but the more images you have that goes with the words, the better. It helps things to stick in the mind much faster. A lot of people are using this to educate their children, et cetera, et cetera. So, yes, sir.
I can dig it. Reza,
brother.
Appreciate you coming through this thing, boss. Wishing nothing but the best and much success.
Come on, man. Be high.
Radio, shout it. Holla at y'all in a minute, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
gone.
Peace.